Shumai, and welcome to Two Welsh Dads, the podcast where two proud Welsh fathers talk life, parenting, and everything in between. I'm Stefan, and I'm joined by my fellow dad and friend, Glyn. This is our 11th episode, so grab a cuppa and join us as we share who we are, why we're doing this, and what you can expect from the journey ahead. Shumai, Glyn.
Shumai.
My day not too long ago.
Say that again.
It was Shumai Day not too long ago.
How did that go? Did you trend?
We made a video. It was pretty trendy.
Did you
see? Did I send it to you? Nice.
That's good. Perhaps, or maybe you just saw like the algorithm picture. And you were just
maybe.
Everywhere.
Possibly.
Could have happened.
Yeah.
Could have happened. How
was your week thus far?
Thus far, I've actually just had a massage, so I'm feeling pretty good right now.
You? Oh yeah. Man. Where'd you get it?
I like trying people for massages. Everyone's different. It's like pizzas. They're like pizzas to me. I like trying them. Everyone's different. They're all good.
Who's just a random person then?
Sophie's had a massage from her before. But yeah, sometimes they're just random people.
How does this work? Do you just look them up online and then say, "Hi, can I come over for a massage?" You sure that's not code for something?
Really?
Something else?
I think there is a certain type that you need to look out for. I know one person that has been caught out by that.
Oh, caught out, sure.
Onesie.
Oh, yeah. I swear I didn't know.
Non personal experience, but I think it was Sophie's dad.
Sophie's dad?
Yeah.
That doesn't. Okay. Wow. I swear I just wanted a regular massage.
That's it. No, it's part of treating myself, and also awesome for relaxing. If it's not for everyone, I like it.
Some people don't like to be touched. I quite like a massage too.
Yeah,
definitely. I went to Bluestone and I had a massage there. That was pretty amazing.
Oof.
Yeah, it was good. It was quite spenny. Yeah, it was like £80 for 50 minutes.
For how long? 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
I guess it's okay. How much was yours?
Mine was £1 a minute, so I just went for a 30-minute.
Is that how they calculated?
I don't know. This one ended up being £1 a minute, 30 minutes, £30. But I think I've also had a £30 one, a 30-minute one for 20 quid. So they really do it. Huh?
Happy ending.
You're going to pay extra for that.
Well, yeah, I'll have to try it.
You should. It's a nice little gift for. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I will. I feel like I've earned it.
In this world, you just have to pay for some relaxation, and boy, was that worth it?
Sometimes, yeah. Okay. I'm fully on board with this. I'll have a look. Maybe I shall. Yeah, okay, good.
I feel the opposite of spa treatment, so
spas are awesome. I do like spas.
Yeah.
They've got I like a steam room as well.
That's kind of steam room, sauna, everything. They're becoming a bit more common.
They are
in this country, but they're way more common in other countries.
Infrared saunas, that's a big thing these days.
Yeah,
they're very popular.
I don't know. That just feels hot, but it's not actually hot. It's weird.
You had one?
I have been in one. I didn't like it as much as the real thing.
No, why?
I don't know. It just feels like it tricks your brain and body. Does the job, maybe? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
Isn't it warm? Like generally warm, like a sauna? Just with lights?
It's almost like cooking warm, and it's just like that, as opposed to a sauna where you can kind of stand it for a bit, and then it gradually grows, and then it becomes too much.
Interesting. Yeah, it's something I've never tried, infrared sauna, because infrared is really good for your recovery, I've heard, and it's supposed to reduce inflammation. And you see these infrared masks now that are becoming very popular.
Yeah.
Those are supposed to be good for your skin and your collagen production. I'm no red light infrared therapy guy, but yeah, there's got to be something in it.
Got to be something in it.
Or
wavelengths are good.
Yeah, I think people have found a way to make money and to capitalize on people's insecurities, like their appearance, and they'll think, right, this will get money.
True.
So,
It probably is. There's some benefit to it.
probably, yeah, I would assume there's probably some.
Would imagine, I go in there and suddenly I've got a full head of hair.
Well,
Or is that
maybe,
keratin? Maybe it's slightly different compound.
well, that's a business they can go into. A hair
Red,
wavelength, red
light
light hair therapy.
hair therapy.
Hair therapy, that's a thing. I think
Yeah.
that could be a thing.
Sideline for myself. Figure
You
it
should
out.
just do some research and then you
Yeah.
can find out. And then if it works, then sell that. You'd be a billionaire. Start
But how would
experimenting with
be able to
yourself.
put your anxiety at rest about losing your hair?
There you go. Everyone's a winner.
Everyone's a
Everyone's a
winner.
winner.
Ah.
Ah, don't look at me.
How's your week been?
My week, it's been okay.
Yeah.
Been okay. I can't even remember. Can't even remember. Seems okay. Yeah, I feel like I got some stuff done today, specifically
That's good.
work-based stuff.
Oh, nice.
Felt pretty accomplished coming home.
Mm.
Had a bit of a flat tire incident on the way home. Actually, that was a bit of a
Ugh,
nightmare. Forgot about that until just now.
ugh.
Yeah, I had to call a local tire guy. Luckily, he came like within 20 minutes. Did it all there and
Yeah.
then. Ah, felt good to see him. And it just made me realize how much of an idiot I am when it comes to anything car related. Um, so, for example, the guy was there, he was doing everything. I was just stood there with my hands in my pocket. What do I say? What do I do in this situation?
Yeah.
Do you ever get like that, or is that just me? You're
Uh,
more of a hands-on car kind of guy, though. I feel
I
like
am.
you would know what to do in that situation.
But are you like a control person generally?
A
I don't
control
feel like you
freak?
are.
I'm
Well,
not.
not quite
Not particularly.
control freak, but someone who likes to be in control.
Yeah.
At
I'm
least
like,
at
I'm
least
not.
knows what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. No, not particularly.
Mm. Do you reckon it's one of those classic examples of feeling inferior as a man?
Kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or is
Big
it
time.
personal to you because I don't know, something's happened?
Yeah, I wouldn't go that deep. Just, I just felt like, oh, damn. Knowing a little bit about fixing a tire. Oh, well, I knew I didn't have any spare tires, and there was literally nothing else to do really in that
Mm,
scenario. So it was just a case of getting them to come, which is fine.
got
But
you.
nah, it was okay. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that
See, you
traumatic.
did know something. You knew you didn't have a spare tire.
That's true. That
Yeah.
is true.
Is that
And
why
I
you were more anxious?
no, I was anxious because I was on a dual carriageway,
Oh, that's
and it wasn't the bestest place,
yeah.
and it was just noisy, and I could feel my anxiety going to quite high, and the cortisol running through my veins.
Mm.
And yeah, when you've got that flight or fight trigger, there's no flighting or fighting in that scenario, so you just have to stay there and live with it. Uh,
Sit in the
but in the
uncomfortable.
back of my mind, I was like, it is what it is, can't help it, can't really do anything about it, just got to do it. And it was okay in the end. So
Mm.
life goes on. I actually forgot about it as well until I just mentioned it just now.
Apologies for reminding you.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Mm.
It's good to talk. Good to talk.
It
That's
is
why we're here. That's
true.
why we're here.
Good to get it
Yes.
off your chest.
Hmm. So would you like to do a some sort of calming exercise to start us off?
Well, I thought, seeing as we were gonna kind of reflect on last week's amazing
It was good, yeah.
podcast, enlightening, so much
Deep.
more to explore
Yeah.
with our lad. But it started off with my introduction to, I think, a really nice way of helping people who are like
Hmm.
on the start of their journey of exploring their own emotions, their own feelings, are not really capable yet of
Yeah.
delving deeper into what they're actually feeling as opposed to just going for the normal, socially acceptable. I'm fine, all
Yeah.
good. How are you?
That's a good way of
Um,
putting it. Why don't you
yeah.
explain a little more for anyone who might not have listened to the last episode?
Well, I got introduced to the should we call it the feeling metaphor? I'm not too
The
sure if they
feeling
gave it a
metaphor.
title,
Hmm.
but you can anchor it to a metaphor. And actually,
Okay.
I've had a bit of fun with this week. The one we gave last week was how you feeling, describe it, as a type of weather.
Okay,
Do you want to go?
I can go, but I'm feeling far more anxious this week than I was last week.
Mm,
So, weather-wise, like stormy, not too stormy, but not too quiet. Skies are changing color; they're going a bit darker, slightly winterier. It's cold outside as well. The wind is blowing, and it's quite a fast howling wind. And the anxious sort of. You can hear the trees are rustling, leaves are falling down. It's cold, it's slightly miserable, but it's all good. All good.
nothing there to explore more.
Mm, just the general anxieties that come with life.
Mm.
Yeah, it'd be good to explore more. I wouldn't know what to say though. I feel like there's nothing to explore.
It's kind of just pushing that the next level deeper. And sometimes it doesn't come easy. Sometimes you don't know, and that's why you kind of need to explore other ways to help you get to that unconscious level. Um,
Yeah,
and I have to say, it's the things that we used to do in school that we don't
though.
don't do anymore, like
So explain
doodling,
doodling.
doodling.
Do you think doodling helps?
What it's scientifically proven to it link into your subconscious so those doodles can have meaning to your feelings. Like if you ever look back to artwork that you created, um, you can kind of see your feelings, whether it was like, let's just take puberty versus pre-puberty. You can just kind of see how not just your artwork, but your like writing style, the maybe the stories, creative stories you used to create in
Mm.
English and Cymraeg. Those kind of changed, maybe went a little bit darker, you know. So those kind of
Hmm.
creative aspects, drawing, um, can help you kind of um unlock subconscious feelings, and then you can try writing about different aspects. But talking is really powerful.
Talking is. Yeah, yeah, agreed. My only worry is when you feel like you're more than happy to talk, and then you just can't think of anything to say because there's nothing specific to say.
Mm,
Yeah. So, for example, you get that feeling of being not depressed, but slightly, anxious, slightly worried about something that isn't even there, and you can't express that in words. So maybe that, like you said, that's a good time for artwork.
yeah, that's a good time for artwork. And also, I always
Do
uh
you journal?
sorry,
Do you do journaling?
journaling. I do journaling, and I normally kind of ask, prompt like a couple of questions, and I just write. And I'm amazed every time someone introduced me to
Yeah.
journaling, and I'm amazed by how you just write gobbledygook, but
Mm.
it's because you've asked yourself a question like how you feeling, or you know, do you want to, if there's like a hurdle, like obviously I'll
Mm.
go to this house purchase, like do you want to buy this house? um and then you kind of journal, and I get to the end of it and I realize I do want to do it, but there's a lot of
Ifs,
feelings, yeah,
buts.
ifs,
Yeah,
buts, and it's
yeah, that's good.
I
That's
normally
good.
stem it down to like fear, love and fear. Like, are you going to choose love, or are you going to let the fear override it? Because, yeah, it's quite a nice way to simplify things into, is it love or is it fear? That's controlling your psychology. Doesn't take it names, but it's the starting.
Excuse me. No, that
Sorry, I'm
sounds like.
boring you.
Hmm?
Boring you.
Love and fear, boring.
And
That's
the other thing, when you said you don't know what to say,
yeah,
I
that's a
always
big one.
I always challenge people because
Challenge people. Challenge me then.
you don't have to share, but you know when you say that,
Yeah,
because this is what I feel when someone asks you something, you have a gut instinct
yeah.
to say something, but you
I'm
hold
fine.
it in.
Mm.
Does that speak to you?
You mean when somebody asks you how are you doing and you say I'm fine?
Yeah, or if there's like a precise question of like, are you struggling with work at the moment? If I ask that question, you probably have a moment of going, something pops into your head, but you
Yeah.
choose to say, yeah, it's all right. It's mixed bag, pros and cons, those kind of, but you hold in that instinctual first thought,
There's that.
and that's
There's
like
that. I don't know what I
holding
do.
in that energy.
Yeah, I do. I'm sure I do from time to time, but if you were to ask me, then I'd probably be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on who. Maybe it's because we're in a safe and open discussion here. Maybe it would be different now to somebody else saying. But yeah, you're probably right. There's that thing that pops into your mind instantly.
But there'd be
Um,
some topics that would still be off the cards in like a public podcast, probably. If we started to talk about your relationship or the being honest about your family generally, there'd be instinctual thoughts of like, oh, I wish I could share this, but I'm not.
yeah, probably.
So those are the things I feel like we hold
Yeah, we definitely do. We definitely do. So, somewhat stormy.
somewhat stormy,
Somewhat.
somewhat stormy.
Somewhat. But then, there's a calm at the end of the storm.
There is.
Always a calm. And there's that little bit in the middle called the eye of the storm, which is also very calm. Do
Is it? Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah,
you remember the film Twister?
yeah.
They sort of anchored themselves down and they were in the middle of the tornado
Too good.
and everything's great. Everything's amazing. And it looked so beautiful and they looked up to the
Oh,
Twister.
oh,
So,
interesting. There might be a metaphor there.
so many
Like,
levels right
yeah.
there.
Well, there is. It is. It's never.
Totally.
It's never easy, is it?
You
Never
know,
easy.
just got to ride that wave. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're up, sometimes you're down,
Yep. So
sometimes you're in the middle.
true.
Yeah. Can't have the ups without the downs.
True.
Oh, but yeah, I wanted to thank you for bringing Aled on to the podcast last week.
I
He was
know.
amazing, and I didn't quite do my Aled-based research beforehand, and I didn't really realize all the everything he went through.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good, honest conversation. So if anyone hasn't seen the podcast with Aled, it was the 10th episode. So our last episode, I thoroughly would recommend because
Mm.
he's a very interesting guy and he's doing amazing work. And I just want to give a huge shout out to Aled and all the great work he's doing.
When you, as you openly admit, you didn't do your homework, when you heard him say that he tried to commit suicide before,
Mm.
was going through your mind at that moment?
Quite selfishly of myself, I was just trying to think of a way to not be rude and to show shock. Um, I know that doesn't sound very cool or nice, but I was thinking about how I should look, what kind of facial expressions I should do.
Yeah.
Mad, I know. I was like, I don't want to make it too obvious. I don't want to go, oh my God,
Yeah.
to be insulting to him. But yeah, it was a bit of quite a shock. But yeah, it was good that he was that honest, and it just hammers home the importance of male mental health and mental health generally. Um, so yeah, very very deep as well. Everything he mentioned. He went into quite a bit of depth. What did you think
I think
when
he's
that
a
happened?
fantastic role model for opening up and normalizing talking about these things. Because I did do some homework, and this is the stuff that we didn't talk about, which
Mm,
was one,
mm.
did you know it was illegal to commit suicide in the UK up until 1961?
Yeah, I did.
How did they enforce that? Imagine like going
Didn't
through the
they?
worst, deepest, darkest moment of your
Yeah,
life,
they,
failing.
it was a deterrent, wasn't it? Just to stop people from killing themselves, essentially.
What a
So they,
terrible deterrent.
it was, yeah, 100%.
Well, it
Doesn't make
kind of
sense.
stigmatizes it, because that's what I was looking at the research about actually talking about these things and the amount of people who have suicidal thoughts and and not maybe not to that extent, but dark thoughts is so common. They think it's basically everyone at some point in their life will have those those dark thoughts. I'm sure there's some very lucky people that don't.
Where did you
Um,
find this research? What research is this?
um, it was partly a research paper, and that led me to a TED talk. One thing I was amazed at was YouTube. As soon as you start looking into suicide, there's lots of like beware before you watch this video uh,
Yeah, yeah.
clicks. But there was a TED talk by a woman who was describing her experience of supporting, failing to support her uncle, who
Mm,
was the first victim of suicide, and then having a best friend call her. And she was part of her talk was like, raise your hand if you had suicidal thoughts.
yeah,
And she
most
was
of them
like,
did.
that's 50% of this auditorium that raised their hand. Um, and her take home was that the stigma about just even thinking that it's wrong to have those thoughts, we need to change that, that actually having these thoughts is part of human.
I never thought there was a stigma around having those thoughts. I thought it was just a general sort of. I think that was them trying to get the word out, not to or deter them from thinking those thoughts.
Would you share that though? Wouldn't you feel a level of shame because of
If
socially, imagine
you
going up.
felt,
Hmm?
if you felt down, you mean,
Yeah.
would I share it? Probably not.
What? Probably not feeling shame or probably not sharing it.
Probably not sharing.
Yeah, exactly. And why wouldn't you share it? There's something stopping you because it's
Yeah,
like embarrassing, isn't it? It might not be shame, but it's embarrassing to
yeah.
feel weak,
That's
vulnerable.
that's it, isn't it? Yeah, it's the vulnerability that you don't want to show to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You see the difference between girls and boys, ladies and men, and the fact that they're willing to share those feelings and their emotions more so than men.
Mm,
Um, you mentioned about the statistics, male versus female suicide. That was quite a shocking one as well.
yeah. It was, I think, 80% male in Wales.
80% male. That's mad.
80% male, and it was um I forget the exact numbers, but it was highly associated with dads.
Was it
And
more so with that?
yeah, there was
Was it? No. I find that shocking.
yeah.
Don't you? Isn't that worse? I don't mean worse, but surely as a father you'd feel some level of responsibility
Well, I think it's the what do you mean?
for, not leaving your kids.
100%. But
Mm,
I think this is part of the thing though. You'd feel all those feelings, but you're
yeah.
overwhelmed, aren't you? You've hit a point that there's no other option. Um, but it's the fact that men obviously get to that point. Why?
Mm,
A mixed bag, but certainly the
yeah,
fact that
reasons.
there's huge stigma in men talking, in the also that socially, how many times have you, I'll hold my hand up and I've used it and also received it. Man up.
Yeah, yeah, lots.
Lots, lots.
I say
Same.
lots, a lot. But I say lots, but I can probably not lots, but I remember very,
Yeah.
very distinctively those times that has been used. And it was surprisingly hurtful, you know?
People
Man up.
brushing off like your
You've got
feelings, isn't
to.
there?
That's it though. I feel like as a guy, you've got to kind of brush it off. What are you going to do? What else can you do? You know?
That's part of what I believe. I think we'll have to have Alan on to confirm, but I believe that message
Oof.
all about is that we need to change. That's our superhero, isn't it? That we need to change that.
Yeah.
Of course, these mistakes will happen, but we need to change the way that if someone really needs help, that they don't feel
Mm.
like if I'm struggling, I don't want to feel like if I come to you, all I'm going to get off you is a man up.
No. Putting it that way, yeah, 100% agree. That makes that makes a lot of sense. Of course. Um, I feel like um, I feel like people in general are more tolerant now. I haven't heard it being banned around so lavishly, the term man up, as opposed to when I was younger. I can remember it being much more prevalent and being widely used
Mm.
about 10, 15 years ago. Maybe not so much now. Do you think society's changed a little bit?
I feel like I know that I work in a very isolated, privileged work environment, and
Yeah.
also acutely aware of the amount of training that we receive to support student mental health well-being um, is paramount and a focus. So
Good.
I work in that industry. Other people don't.
I don't think I've ever had any mental health training.
No, no, I wouldn't say as far as training, but acutely aware, like as because you're public facing, so you probably are told to be aware of certain, maybe individuals, but certain groups, watch out how you behave, etc. Or is that not the case?
Not so much in my current role. I used to work in a job center though,
Yeah,
and yeah, much more then.
yeah,
People and it was people would even, say they're gonna self harm, and they would say things like they're having dark thoughts, and you'd have to take the relevant steps and precautions to ensure they're safeguarding. But yeah, not so much now per se. But
did you
yeah,
have it? You had no like, isn't it crazy that you were in that really like position of power, I guess, and you had no training to deal like how did you deal with those people that said those things? What did you do?
luckily I feel like you just you take everybody seriously if they mention anything like that, and you just ensure you're calm because they can certainly feed off your emotions. Um, I basically just try and reassure them at that point. Sometimes they just want somebody to talk to.
Mm,
Um, Other times they just venting their frustration. I would say,
mm,
at the world. Uh, I remember there was a universal credit, essentially a log of where they can write things in to send to their work coaches,
yeah.
and people would, they'd vent quite a lot of their frustrations on there. So yeah, I think you've got to be somewhat of a people person to work in that kind of industry
Mm,
to begin with, and you tend to gain quite a lot of people skills fairly quickly and how to deal with people in a mature way without aggravating the situation.
mm,
So yeah, it's never easy. It's always um, it's always difficult, and each individual case will be different. You just gotta take it as it comes, really.
yeah, that is true. But it is yeah, it must have been very confronting to like be in that position, especially your first time. You must have been like, what do I do?
Mm, yeah, 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 definitely. Yeah, there was yeah, I can remember a few times it's
Yeah.
happened. Yeah, it's more than once, but yeah, it's something you essentially you need to learn how to deal with
Mm,
working in a job center because you're gonna get a lot of it. It's part of the reason why I left. It was just too much. It was quite a hard place to work from that aspect.
I think it's yeah, so many roles out there that people have to face really hard
Situations.
hardships of life, and
Whew.
they again, even they're not supported in
They're
well,
not, are they?
you said there's no training, and even just like the mental burden that I imagine those things they would
Yeah,
have had
big
an
time.
impact on you.
Yeah, big time. Carrying it around to
Yeah.
this day. Yeah, yeah. Plus, I remember them giving you training on things like good customer service.
Really?
That was quite big.
Yeah.
Whereas they didn't really say anything about
Mm.
anything mental health related.
Mm.
Essentially, if somebody was had any sort of depression or anxiety, what they would do is they would go to a doctor and they would go down the sickness route as opposed to
Mm.
the universal credit route, where
Okay.
whereas the sickness route is it's less, you wouldn't need to come in to sign in and they would get more money. So a lot of people would be more incentivized to go through the sickness route
Mm.
as opposed to finding job route. So yeah, there's probably quite a bit more people out there who who are dealing with these issues.
Yeah.
Mm. Have you ever had to deal with anything similar?
No, I'm just thinking,
No.
like, even those, there's a mixed bag, isn't there? Because I'm sure that the word there, incentivized, is probably true, but also the fact that you and probably others at that organization think that it's incentivized is also part of that contribution to the whole aspect of not talking about mental health. So there's a book about obesity, modern day obesity issues. Uh,
Mm.
and the clinical guidance, even today, is that if someone comes in and they are obese, it is their fault.
That's the clinical guidance.
That's the clinical guidance. It's their choice. It's their choice that they've reached this point. And therefore they are the only people that can change that. Now, of course, there's truths in that. There's truths in
Mm.
everything, but it's really trying to simplify such a complicated idea of
Yeah.
obesity. One, socially, the
Yeah.
idea of how people are disadvantaged and therefore incentivized to choose unhealthier meals because of marketing
Cheaper,
and availability. Yeah, exactly.
tastier,
Yeah,
easier,
big
so much easier to make.
big corporations profiting off those,
100%.
holding back access to healthy food by increasing the values of those because there's more profit in those foods.
And have you
So
seen
I
the
knew
price of meat these days? It's insane.
exactly. Oh my gosh,
Oh
minced
my
beef.
gosh. Minced
Oh my,
beef's fella. Minced beef was my staple. It was
minced
cheap
beef was
and
6 quid for 500.
it's insane. It used to be like £2.
Yeah,
That's
I like
mad.
the best. It was just top.
20% fat meat. I'm going for the not so good cuts. It's still expensive. You know?
Mental,
We'll
mental,
have to take.
absolutely mental. And
So yeah,
again, if you purchase, this is a sideline, but if you purchase from places like that traditionally were high quality butchers, locally sourced meats,
yeah.
direct from the farmers, and M&S, they're relatively cheap now.
Are they?
Yeah,
No. Have you
yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah,
M&S? No.
yeah,
No, they're
yeah.
not though. M&S is way more expensive.
Well, if you're buying the ready meals, but if you're buying like the meat cuts, as long as you're not buying organic or grass fed, etc., they're
Okay.
equivalent prices.
I'll have to have a look. I don't trust you though.
Not everything, but even I remember
Minced
looking
beef?
at the eggs, going they're cheaper in M&S than they are in Asda.
I shall have to have a look.
Yeah,
Okay.
some things, especially the
Okay.
butchers and the candlestick makers. Anyway, some things that you used to
Candlestick makers.
butchers, bakers, and candlestick makers.
See, I
Um,
know what you were doing. I knew it.
No, some things
Oh yeah,
are what to me just profit for the supermarkets. But
it's
anyway,
all profit.
all profit. So
Not so much. Yeah, carry on.
that aspect is
It's so much harder. Yeah, I know. It's so
so
hard.
much harder. And
Yeah.
then there's the psychological aspect of self-worth,
Yeah.
body image, complexities of all of those aspects compounded by, so there's so much data out there on the idea of obesity.
Yeah.
It is not down to the individual, it's down
Is it
to the
not?
system.
Oh, really? Do you
Yeah.
remember the body positive movement? It was about these people that were like, I don't need to lose weight. I'm fine the way I am. Well, didn't that just go as soon as Ozempic was out and people could lose weight
Oh, very
with
good. Ozempic is a,
Ozempic?
yeah,
Bonjaro
now
as
that you
well.
said it, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That the whole body positive movement has basically vanished because
Is
people
it?
can lose. Yeah,
Is it?
pretty much.
Is it?
I
Not
can't.
bad.
Maybe it's not as prevalent as it once was. But yeah, you mentioned there was
I'd say it's like had its impact now because you don't have anorexic models anymore.
no, true.
So it has had its impact. It has changed society's view of what is healthy, especially like now healthy is like muscly.
I feel like it's gone the other way though. Have you seen these adverts for, I don't know, jeans? They're using plus size models. Have you not seen these adverts where they're
Are
using
they
plus size
targeting you
models?
with jeans?
Jeans. I'm thinking of do you know Mark Wahlberg? He was
Oh
a
yeah, yeah, yeah,
model
yeah,
before
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
basically he was a model before he acted and then
yeah,
modeled for a famous jeans company.
yeah.
Was it Gap? I don't know. Basically, they're using bigger models as opposed to skinnier ones.
They are. They are. And it's arguable whether that is, well,
Healthy.
yeah, healthy and at the physical level and the psychological level.
Mm. Also psychological.
What unrealistic expectations that like it's really hard, isn't it, to get to that level? Really hard. We tried. Uh
Still
really
try.
hard. Unless you use, you know,
Drugs.
enhancements.
Yeah.
Enhancements. It's really hard to get to that level.
Mm.
Almost depending on your genetics and
Yeah, it's impossible.
well, genetics and access to a healthy lifestyle, healthy diet, good fresh
Yeah.
food, the right food at the right
Oh,
time
God.
to do all these sorts of
Yeah.
things, is
It's a lot.
it is really hard. Like
It's too much.
we were students and still struggled. We
I
had a
feel like
lot
we
of
didn't
time
know
with our
enough. I,
buddies.
I feel like back then our knowledge of dieting wasn't as good as it is now.
I feel like I knew how to do it vaguely, but I never thought. Well, one, I couldn't afford to eat
Chicken rice and
like
broccoli.
yeah, but the high quality and the right times and self-worth, I think also comes into that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Anyway,
Sometimes I feel
this
like
is a huge, huge, huge sidetrack to often like these ways of thinking are part of the problem of within the
100%.
system. So
Yeah.
it's trying to reframe how we look at these issues like I'm not detracting away from the fact that that is incentivizing people to pull sickies to get more money in dole. I can see that argument, but also imagine if you're that person who's really struggling, probably do have mental health issues,
Mm.
self-worth issues, and then the system basically makes it even harder to get help because it's and this is not directed at you. This is like that is the system that is trained
Yeah.
you into judging people based on that criteria. It's
Mm.
really these complex issues and then trying to simplify it is really difficult to do.
Yeah. There's I feel like as well, if somebody does have any sort of mental health issues, you just have to take them seriously.
Mm,
Otherwise things can go disastrously wrong, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I know. And there's definitely more to it.
Oh, and even
Um,
my explanation is too simple because then there's the other side of the argument that you can't go too far because then you're almost over labeling people into so many different aspects, and then you're eradicating the uniqueness of humans
Whoa.
because
Okay.
we're all going to be different. We're all going to have different personalities. We're all going to have different traits.
Well, that's true. We do. We are all different, and that's what makes the world a beautiful place.
Yeah, it's very
Such a beautiful
complex.
place. Hey, I'd like to share something with you, if I may.
Yes, please do.
It was a comment on our last video. Shan't name his name, but he was really polite and said some wonderful things.
Yeah,
So he was saying, I won't read it all, but he was really thankful for putting out the information that we had. And he said that it's good to hear the perspective from a dad's point of view. Um, so big shout out to that guy.
that's
Last
lovely.
video, yeah, he was really good. It was good to see as well. So it's nice to know making an impact on the world.
How does that make you feel?
Good, yeah, good. I shared it with you straight away. I was like, look at this, look what we've done. Yeah, felt good.
Do you realize what you're doing? Do you still realize what you're doing right now?
No. What do you mean? Do I realize my what? Tell me. What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
Talking to you?
Just having just having a chat.
Having a conversation? Having a podcast?
Yeah, that's not what that guy sees you doing.
No.
What does that guy see you doing?
Spreading helpful, knowledgeable advice, I guess.
Yeah,
And knowing that it's okay to talk and having good times talking to your friends.
nice.
I know where you're going with this. I didn't want to be direct about it because I didn't want to sound big-headed. But
What?
yeah, I didn't want to come out and say the what we're doing is amazing and we're helping people. But yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. We're doing good work. So keep it up, Glenn.
Is
Good
it
job you
weird
mentioned.
though? Like, I don't think I thought that until
You
someone
didn't
actually
either.
reaches out. Well, you never know what how these
No,
things land.
exactly. No, I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't foresee the whole podcast going in this direction. Really,
Hmm.
it kind of came out of my YouTube channel that I just started because
Leveling
I
up,
needed money. Huh?
leveling
Basically.
up.
Well, yeah, that's it. I thought maybe I could get loads of subscribers and get paid for it. Can't be
Nice.
that hard, right?
One day,
It's doable. One day. Yeah.
one day, level that bad boy up.
Well, that's it. That's it, guys. Please subscribe. Yeah, it's doable. Anything's
And
possible.
if not, you can just pay us in lovely comments.
That goes straight to my heart and fills me with joy. So
Exactly.
leave a comment.
You can't pay for that, to be fair. That did brighten up my day.
Did it? Nice. I was quite proud. I sent it to my dad as well, and
Ah,
he was quite pleased as well. So yeah, that was nice. It was good.
you can't pay for those nice comments.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't say nice things very often.
Yeah. Plus, it was quite a long-worded one. So he obviously went out of his way, took
True.
time. Thank you guys for listening as well.
Mm.
Just listening is good.
Currency of
Yeah.
love. We love it.
Currency of love.
Yeah.
Seeing the views goes up, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. You know, winning. Charlie Sheen said.
Uh,
Yeah.
why do you share it with your dad? Were you looking for some approval?
Sacre bleu. Uh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably. Also, I was kind of proud of it. It's like, oh
Yeah.
yay, you did something. Which I
You
guess,
share it
yeah.
with your mum.
No,
Interesting.
no, no. I kind of had the theory that my dad would show my mother, but no, that was my theory. Also, I kind
Like
of
they
feel like my
talk,
mother.
right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't think my mother would care as much, or
Interesting.
she'd give a, oh, that's nice, not really care, you know. Oh, well done, that, that kind of thing.
Uh,
So that's why. I can tell
Yeah.
she's not really interested, which is fine, which is okay. So I just thought I didn't want to bother him because I'm a
Yeah.
considerate
Got
lad.
you.
Check. Yeah. Yeah, my dad was like, really proud of your amazing initiative here. Doing a
Really
podcast as well. Yeah.
nice.
Oh, yeah. That's us. Good old Geza. Shout out to Geraint,
Yeah. So
my man.
it's not the typical seeking father's approval.
It probably was, wasn't
Does it
it?
mean more to you when your dad says that they're proud compared to your mother?
Mm, no,
Mm,
no. I'll tell you, interestingly, I
yeah.
feel like my father would say it more often,
Oh,
and I don't remember my mother ever saying it.
interesting. Wow.
Ah, although she probably has. I'm
Yeah.
sure she has. Yeah, I'm sure she has.
Is your mother or father the more emotional one?
Probably my father.
Really? Does he cry?
He has done. Yeah, very rarely though.
No,
You
he's
know.
rare. Does your mother cry?
Yeah, yeah, very rarely as well.
Yeah.
Not that I can even remember. I think there might be some television-based tears every
I
now
think
and then.
my ongoing mission is to answer this question because we chatted about this last week as well, tears and crying, and Al had said something that another man has said to me that men go to anger easily, more easily than tears because of
Yeah.
psychology. And it just doesn't, when someone says something, it just doesn't sit right
How so?
because hormones wise, yeah,
Uh,
there's
yeah.
difference. I get that. I get,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's we
I
have
think
this.
that's it though. Isn't that the reason? Because
So here's
it's
my theory,
let's
and
hear it.
I so I feel well, I
Mm.
chatted to my wife about this. I feel like she goes to anger and I'll go to tears.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm a really good crier. It's still quite, it's not a common occurrence, but I will probably tear up quite
Mm.
often.
Nice.
Quite
Well, that's good.
often.
Good that you've opened up and explained and told me. So well done.
Well, this is the thing. So my mother was a
Mm.
good crier.
Mm.
Things would set her off as well. My dad, robot. I think I've seen
Mm.
him cry once, and I think I've
Wow.
said this before. But I think having a role model
Mm.
has allowed me access to
Cry.
that. Whereas I
Oh
asked
God.
Sophie, and she was like, "My parents
Never
don't
cry.
cry, and they'd probably go to anger first." And I was like, "So it might not be. There might be a again,
No, no, no. I totally get it. No, I feel the
yeah,
same with my father with certain emotions, other emotions that he would show and portray,
yeah,
and things that I would pick up.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe not so much crying, but just I don't know mannerisms more than
yeah,
anything, and just attitude towards life. I think that's
yeah,
quite contagious and something that I've picked up from him.
mm,
Um, can't think of anything else, but I'm sure there's loads. But yeah, just general outlook.
yeah,
So yeah, I think there's something to be said about learned behavior as a
yeah,
child
yeah,
from your um, guardian, parental parent. I think that's a thing, big time. Mix that in with a little testosterone, bam. I
bam.
mean, yeah. Whew. I think we may have uncovered something. You should write a research paper on that because I think that's a
Easy.
thing.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's like an aspect of, masculine behaviors and feminine behaviors, but I think we can probably equally tap into those, whether you're male or female,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a bit of a
both
crier.
ways. Um, yeah, yeah. So role models, and again, goes into Aled's thing of
Oh, I've got
his,
another theory as well.
yeah,
It's potentially as well
yeah,
younger sibling is ism. I don't know. That's not a word, but
yeah.
because you're the younger one, you're more likely to cry for potential attention from the parents.
Uh,
For example, me and my brother,
yeah,
two fairly different people. He would we would fight, play fighting, what have you. I
Yep.
would get hurt and I would cry. I would cry a lot, loads more than him. It would be very
Interesting.
rare for him to cry.
Yeah.
Just like my kids now, my son very, very rarely cries, and if he does, I know right something big is wrong. My daughter cries all the time. So yeah, younger sibling. I think that's a thing.
And
Mix that in with a little bit of learned behavior.
yeah,
Bada bing, bada boom.
I think younger second borns are meant to be more emotional generally. I don't know the reason, but I think the firstborns are more conformist, and then the second borns are more creative and emotional. Chai, definitely.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah.
This
Not a
guy,
conformist person at all.
no.
No, I don't like rules.
Do you not?
No.
What about Baps? Bread joke.
Baps.
You said rolls.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like rolls.
Ah,
Oh, dad joke. I'm sorry.
classic dad joke.
Classic dad joke.
Get
Got to
one
keep
in
it.
there
Well, we're marketing this to the dad audience, so feel free to use this one, guys,
yeah,
for all your kids.
for your jokes.
I've got a few. I've got a few lined up in the old
Line them
holster.
up when we're struggling for topics
Ah,
like so dad joke
dad
episode.
joke. Yeah, we should do a joke about dad jokes. Hey, should we go over all those things that we said we would do and we didn't do?
Do you remember them?
Well,
I remember one.
yeah, I remember two, but I feel like we don't have much time because we're running out of
Quick
time.
fire round, go.
Ah, I've forgotten them already. Were we going to keep a journal of things that we were doing?
Oh yeah, we haven't done that one, so we'll
We haven't
we'll
done a few
circle
things.
back
I
around to
asked you
that.
to remind me as well. You forgot to remind me.
Did yeah. I'm terrible at admin, but I do remember one that we could probably quick fire just
Okay,
before the end.
go
It
for it.
might spiral into a conversation, but
Yeah,
it
what if
was what one thing do you think you can do for your wife or partner to support them?
to support them?
Yeah,
So communication, I think, being
yeah,
key in this point.
yeah,
You've got to listen.
yeah,
You've got to understand things from her perspective,
yeah,
and also she needs to understand things from your perspective.
yeah.
You need to create a safe space where you can both communicate that, so you can both be aware of where each other is standing. And I know this might sound insane, but give her some space. Let her do her own thing. Let her process things. Let her have her time to come to her own conclusion and communicate well in a loving and friendly, open way where nobody gets angry or escalates the situation.
How do you create that space?
First, you go up and give her a hug. You gotta hug her out. You
Yeah,
gotta you gotta enjoy things. You gotta keep it light-hearted and friendly, without raising voices. Ultimately, trying to remain calm and having a nice, relaxing setting for optimum relaxation.
what if voices are raised?
Mm, it's hard, yeah. There's that instant thing in your head where you go, right, I can raise my voice even louder. Interesting fact, my wife, she is really good at arguing, and I try not to argue as much with her because there's no point. She's just that good at
She's
arguing.
not good at arguing.
It's not good, yeah. So it's one of those things where 9 times out of ten I'll be like, eh, whatevs. It's not worth the argument. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
How would I stop? Yeah, how would I decrease the shouting? I guess if there's children around, you'd highlight the fact that this is bad parenting.
yeah,
You'd say, God, this is because I think it certainly is a learned behavior that
yeah,
can be passed down generations.
yeah,
Um, so probably bringing that fact up without raising your own voice and trying to keep your voice at the same level without raising your voice, keeping
yeah.
it at a low level.
Do you think you have a coping mechanism there?
Do I? No, not really.
What
Do you?
the the try not to get into arguments and just go, eh.
No, it's not a coping.
Do you
No,
ever
not at
leave
all.
and just go, oh, I wish I'd said my piece?
No, not really. Sometimes I think of better things to say for comebacks later on in the day. I don't feel like yeah. So for example, so for example, you ever been
My
in an
hair looks
argument?
nicer. Bye.
No, no, what I mean is, have you ever had like an argument with somebody and then at the time you could have said something way better and then you realize, oh, I should have said this then. I should have, yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
but
right?
do you? How
Oh,
long did this happen? Are you still arguing right now?
no, 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 you've left. So, for example, you have an
Yeah,
argument with somebody,
yeah,
blah 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 blah,
yeah,
go your separate ways, and then you
yeah,
realize, oh man, I should have said this
yeah.
as opposed to, yeah.
And then you come back and you say your piece. And does that reignite the argument? Or do you run away?
No, no, this was a different conversation about two make believe people as opposed to me and my wife arguing. So in that scenario with me and my wife,
Yeah.
I wouldn't rise to the. No, I'm lying. I probably would rise to the screaming, not screaming, but it is tricky when there's voices being raised.
Well, I think it's tricky to, yeah,
I think it's okay though,
handle
within
that
reason.
and also handle sometimes where you do give in and walk away. And then it just feels like you haven't released what you needed to say as well, which is also really
Sometimes.
hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big
Both
time.
sides, both sides. This isn't taking sides. It's just that's arguments, isn't it? Conflict.
You need that sometimes. You need the release. You need to be able to vent.
Yeah.
Who, you know, and yeah, it's tricky, 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 tricky. What would you do?
I
Crisscross,
what?
crisscross. I'm crossing the conversation back to you with the same question.
What would you
Go
do? So
crisscross.
my top advice probably is
Yeah,
first and foremost one that I am still terrible at doing, but I really think it's important to be
yeah.
aware of
Mm,
your well, if you have a female partner, of course, if you have a male partner, not so much, but their cycle 100% has an impact
yeah,
on moods, and I will never fully understand it because I am a man, but they they acknowledge that it has a massive impact, and just being aware and
yeah.
being allowing them to be vulnerable and being appreciative of how much of an impact that has and something that you'll never understand, I think is really important. Not to
Advice.
flippantly go, it's that time of the month. Definitely don't do that. But
Yes,
yeah,
that's good advice.
yeah, don't do that. But
Don't do that,
be
guys.
aware of,
Mm, mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's a cycle there.
there
There's
is.
a monthly
There is.
cycle, and
I think, do you know what? As a man myself, I
yeah,
often forget that. Often,
exactly.
often.
And that's something I'm trying to be
Hmm.
more aware of by being
Yeah.
proactive and trying. I'll never know exactly, but trying to be aware of where
So
she is.
basically, what you're saying is, you go up to him and say, "You want your period?" Is that how you do it? What would
Well,
I do? How should I approach that?
we, well, again, it's taken a while to get to this point, but so day 23, or is she going to say it's day 21? See, I'm still not exactly. Let's say between day 21 and day 23 is a no-go zone for anything that might end up in a conflict, and basically she just wants cotton wool, and that's what I try and provide: support, cotton wool, and I hold that space. And then you know just being aware.
Games on every other day. The
No,
body.
that's ours. I'm not saying that everyone needs to
It's
have the same one.
sensible. It's a sensible. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah,
first and foremost advice
that's good
of
advice.
conflict
Good. Yeah,
avoidance.
good.
Have that open dialogue, but
Yeah.
you have to build up to that, not to go,
Yeah.
are you on your period? Or are you on your bleed? And also the other
On your
thing that,
bleed, people say that.
yeah, that is well, because pre-menstrual tension is pre-menstruation. So it's actually
Yeah.
when they are bleeding,
Mm.
those hormones have been released. And again, I'm not an expert, but there's a different set of hormones.
It's a lot of hormones.
So that premenstrual tension is over. when they are on their bleed. So a period is the whole thing, really.
It's the whole period.
So you need to be a little bit more precise and comfortable talking about it because, yeah, when they're bleeding, when they're menstruating, that's that's not when the premenstrual tension is happening.
Right.
No.
I'm learning so much, you seem.
Well,
So what
talk
about
to you.
what about the other days of the week and she's yelling at you? What would you do then?
So sometimes you can't stick to the timetable of biology either. So some things you just need to get out. So that's if you can't do that,
Time waits for no period, Glenn.
exactly. Or bleed or menstruation or premenstrual
Exactly.
tension. Progesterone and estrogen. Yeah. And they just do.
Let's move on from the periods. Stop.
Is it
From
making
the
you
period talk.
uncomfortable? Be comfortable talking about it. Talk to your wife if you do indeed have a female partner. Yeah. You're a dad now. You should be
What
comfortable.
about female partner?
Well, if you have a female partner,
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah, get comfortable talking about it. You're a
Yeah,
dad
yeah,
now.
yeah.
You've seen some things and you're gonna see more
No, but
things.
I thought we moved on from the period thing.
Okay.
I'm talking about every other day
Conflict.
apart from yeah, raising voices.
Create a space,
Okay.
set rules of engagement.
Set rules of
Yeah.
engagement. How? What do you say?
What
What rules? Somebody's yelling in your face, telling you to shut up. What do you do then?
what
Yeah. Shut up, Clint. Let me just try this right. Let me just fake argument with you now, okay?
yeah.
Set the scene. I'm not gonna listen to anything you say, so
Okay.
shut up.
So what I
See?
do here is I've got like I see
Shut
your
up, shut up. There's no
I see right there.
exactly. Exactly.
I see we have to take
Who's
this role
this?
play seriously.
Hold
Dude,
on.
role play.
It's
Ah,
hard. It's
ah.
hard. Okay, I'll
Um,
be sensible. I won't say anything. So
okay,
yeah.
so set the rules of engagement. Like it's something that you
How?
have to learn. You have to
How do you
learn.
know?
You have to
No,
learn
it's
to do conflict. People get trained, like bouncers,
yeah,
police. People
I
who are into
know, but
conflict
that
get
goes out the
trained in it.
window. That goes out the window when people see red mist.
So be aware of the red mist
Yeah.
approaching and have that rules of engagement. And like, if we both feel like it's getting out of hand, we can step away and take a breather. And when we're both ready, we'll come back to have that space.
Yeah.
Two, talking totem.
Talking totem. The totem of talking.
Yeah. A
Love that.
great a great exercise that a counselor shared was that talking totem and the exercise is to practice listening.
Wait a second. What is talking totem? Is
So
that practice
anything,
listening?
it can just be anything, whatever you can grab. Look, I've got a tin of mackerel next to me. This could be our talking totem. So when I use
Oh, I
talking totem,
see. I
I'm
see.
talking and you're listening.
Okay, yeah.
But to acknowledge that you are listening, so say I share something like I'm feeling really frustrated with you,
Yeah.
and you're really annoying me. The listener has
Yeah.
to say back what I think I hear you saying, and then you have to repeat back what you heard, and then
Mm.
both of you can hear that you're listening, and it
I,
gives
t-
you a little bit of space to like digest it.
I get it. I totally get it. And I think it's a great idea if somebody's willing to partake in the talking totem. So, for example, going back to the red mist thing,
Yeah,
sometimes people just don't want to listen. People get so angry and they're not going to want a talking token.
100%.
That's when the fists come up flying. Just joking.
But
Violence is never the answer.
those things will happen. But
Yeah, yeah.
the more you
It's
practice and the more you be
hey,
aware of the red mist, the better you are at facilitating that space.
yeah, okay.
I speak this from experience
I
of,
can remember you having red mist quite a bit. I was
well, I
quite
still get
calm.
red mist. I'm so again, that's probably my dad thing. Being like calm, 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 flip. Um,
Oh,
so I call it Hulk mode.
yeah, I remember seeing
Yeah,
Hulk mode.
yeah.
Also, I remember some guy in you were wearing a toga thing, and somebody
Yeah.
headbutted you.
Water.
And
Somebody
yeah,
headbutted me.
Yeah? Did that happen?
Explains this lump. No. What
Maybe.
was this?
I don't know. Ignore me. Ignore me. Could have been somebody else,
Was it
possibly.
Metros?
No. I
Oceania?
remember I remember seeing somebody in on another time starting on you, but I don't
People,
remember you. Ignore
people
me.
do like starting on me.
Has it happened recently?
No,
Maybe it's a David versus Goliath thing where they're like,
maybe.
"Oh, this guy's so big. I want
Oh,
to take
he
on,
complimented me.
take on the champ." That's probably what it was.
Probably,
Probably.
probably. That's it. Just
Probably.
so massive, and they just felt inferior.
I think that's
That's
the
it.
thing.
That's
I
it.
think that's the thing. That's why
That's it.
bouncers get started on.
Yeah, that's it. What were we talking about?
Conflict management.
Oh yeah, conflict management. Yeah, yeah. I do see red, but in those, like talking to my wife, we have practiced creating that space, holding that
Yeah.
space,
Well, that's good.
listening.
Yeah.
And it's practice, and it's same as everything else, isn't it? It's practice,
Yeah, that is it. I feel like,
normalizing it, leveling up
uh,
your communication
oh,
game
oh,
between
hello. Okay,
partners. You know,
okay.
you have to put effort into,
You do, you do.
yeah,
I think it's a really hard thing to do.
yeah. And if you're struggling, get a counselor in to to referee those spaces until you can referee those spaces yourself.
You know what? A wonderful point, Glyn. And I think you're on the money yet again. One day I'll be as clever as Glyn, knowing all the wonderful counseling-based things. Ah, I've got so much to learn.
So much leveling up to do.
So much, so much. But
One
each day
day,
is a school
20
day.
years time, we'll both just sat here like this.
Oh,
Um,
reached a new level of enlightenment. Oh, my spine hurts.
oh no, bad back. No, it is just the other great
Oh
analogy that somebody
no,
used.
I feel like if say now if I were to annoy you quite a bit
Yeah,
and get you to the point of red mist Hulk
yeah,
mode,
yeah.
I don't feel like I could calm you down. I don't feel like it.
So there's normally alcohol involved.
Yeah, probably yeah.
So that doesn't work at all. Throw that out the window. Any kind of drugs,
Yeah,
this ain't gonna work.
yeah.
Um,
What about when
but
you're sober?
it's like if we wanted to do that,
We need
hopefully
the
one, you wouldn't wind me up unless you were also drunk, to that level. And
yeah,
two, if you were that sort of person that wound me up, then
yeah.
we'd have to like put effort
Have to
into our
really
relationship.
exactly.
Yeah. Like I
Yeah,
don't
that's
live
it.
with you, but I'm sure if we had to live together again, we'd wind each other up and we'd probably get annoyed at each other. And then we'd have to put effort into making
Yeah,
sure that we
I feel
manage
like
the
we did that
relationship.
though. I feel like we've overcome a lot of annoyances and learned, you know,
It's true. Plus, we
basic.
don't live with each other anymore.
Yeah, yeah. No, what I mean is, back in first year, we used to get
Oh
on each
yeah.
other's nerves,
Oh yeah.
and then the next few years they were fine because we've
True.
already, established certain rules and boundaries and how to deal with each other in a mature fashion. So, yeah,
Yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it. Well, I'm going to annoy you again one day just to see if you get angry. But then, yeah, we need to learn learn how to talk.
My final analogy and final thought is that
Okay,
a great I forget who told me this. I think it was another
you've got so many quotes. I feel like I
like
haven't quoted anyone.
another another psychologist I met.
Also, it's winning on the quote front.
Yeah, but they're
I'm
probably
gonna
like
come next week with 10 quotes. Suck it, Glenn. Yeah, I like that too.
level up this.
Making me look bad. Making me look bad yet again. Just like just like university all over again. I'm
Uh,
afraid I don't have a doctorate.
these aren't quotes though. These aren't actual things. These are just things I picked up.
So basically, you're lying. Then is that what you're
No,
saying?
if someone spoke to me and I was like,
Oh, I
that's
can
a
say that.
really nice way of describing it.
Somebody told me, yeah, this is a proper quote from them. That was an absolute ledge. That's what they said. That's what they said. Their words, not mine. I swear. That's what
What?
they said.
What they say?
They said, Steph, you're an absolute ledge. That's what they said. That's what they said. And there's no way you can prove otherwise because you
Ah,
don't know him.
got ya.
Your move. Okay, let's hear what your friend says.
Are you feeling frustrated, Steph?
Nah, nah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Anything you want to share? Say? Your
No,
just.
I'm having lots of fun here.
Yeah? As
Yeah.
long as it's fun.
For the viewers at home, I did a
I
friendly wink there.
was going to do the audio description there as well. Wink.
There you go. Yeah, winks are very good on podcasts, are they?
Don't worry, we'll talk about amino acids next week.
Nice. Okay, we'll do that then. Sweet. Sorry, what did your friend say?
Wasn't a friend. Wasn't a friend. It was just some. I think he was a
You're-
psychologist in the university.
Oh, yeah, okay. I got psychologist friends too. Don't brag about it. Oh,
I'm not.
here
I'm
we
not
go
sharing it
again.
anymore. This is a classic
Tell me,
example of
tell
breakdown
me,
of communication.
tell me who your psychologist, what your friend said.
So
Um,
right, we're ending it. We're ending it. We shall continue next week.
tell me, what did he say?
Do you promise to be serious?
I promise.
Promise?
Promise.
I'll tell your dad.
Tell him. I'll be serious. I'm going to be serious. I want
Okay,
to hear him.
serious.
Please
Serious
tell
for
me.
the final thought, and then we can close up.
Okay, okay,
You can
okay,
we'll press end recording, and then you can continue.
okay. Let me know. I'm being serious. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Okay.
so the idea that he shared, which I really like. I'm not a computer programmer, but our brain's a computer. Stay
Okay.
with me. Stay with
Stay
me.
with you. Okay.
And like your phone or your laptop does software updates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the software that you got given as a kid got you
Mm,
through your childhood. Then you probably had a software update at puberty, and that got you through puberty. And then you
yeah.
have a software update, maybe like post school, university, adolescence sort of thing. And then you get a software update, adulthood, parenthood,
Yeah.
etc. But what our brain sometimes not very good at is deleting old files. So you still have programs that are outdated that you don't need anymore. But to be able to delete them, you have to put in work and effort to reprogram that brain to get rid of those outdated programs. For example, my Hulk mode,
Mm,
that came from probably puberty, sort of period that helped me, react and I don't know, survive.
deal deal
Yeah,
with bullies.
deal, coping mechanism. Um,
Mm,
but as I kind of went through adulthood, it kind of got unnecessary and sometimes a
yeah.
bit odd in drunken circumstances. Not that I'm violent,
Yeah.
it was in any ways. I just went off on rants. Um, ignore that wink. Um, and yeah, so it's kind of like working on trying to delete that Hulk mode
Mm,
takes a lot of
yeah. No.
time. It'll still be some remnant, but
No. I
like
feel
I
like.
can dampen it. I can recognize that it's an old school program, and I can try and recognize those signals
Mm,
before the
that's
Hulk
good.
comes out.
Yeah, I feel like I also have a psychologist friend who also.
Ah,
Sorry. No, yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I feel like it's a good analogy, and also it is. I feel like it's learned behavior, isn't it?
yeah,
Things that you learned, and then you can unlearn certain things, and
yeah,
that is basically leveling up in a nutshell.
that is it.
That is it.
What an ending.
Whew.
Tune in
Thank you.
next week when we hear all about Stefan's friends.
Yeah. Also, get ready for like loads of quotes next week.
Quotes.
I'm gonna have to do some research as well. Make myself look clever.
Level yourself up.
Oh, hello.
Nice.
Both physically and mentally. How's the running going? Still running?
I pulled my calf
Did
and
you
then I went to a trampoline park on Saturday. I did one bounce and it went ting
did you
and
feel a ting? I
I
felt that
can't.
I felt that before.
So
Yeah.
It's really, I'm out of running action at the
Oh,
moment.
really? Do you think you're
Um,
out of the race, or is that just too early?
hopefully it'll be back. But
Yeah,
I think I pushed it
you'll
a
be
bit
fine.
hard going to a trampoline park. So
Yeah,
we won't do that again.
give it a rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to give us an outro? Oh wait, do you want to do the thing that we do at the end? You know the thing.
Oh yeah. Um, Tell me something that you are frustrated by.
Uh, um, right now at this very point, I don't feel any frustration.
No? Tell me, is there anything that you want to release into the world? It can be positive or negative.
No, not really. Nothing substantial.
No?
Nothing that I think people would benefit from hearing.
Sure. What's your gut telling you to try and share?
There was earlier on my son turned 7 fairly recently, and he had a pretty cool present, which
Yeah,
is a slime creating kit, which is kind of cool, and you can make your own slime and everything. Fairly messy, but that's all good. I'm not a stickler for any mess, and that, in fact, I think it's cool, good to have mess.
yeah.
But he wanted me to play with him, which is also really cool, and I'm really glad that he wanted me to play with him. But then he got annoyed when I did things that wasn't what he wanted, and I was like, oh, dude, I was just spending time with you to be with you. I don't really care about the slime. This was for your benefit. I'm just doing it to be with you. And he got really annoyed at me, and I was like very frustrated. But having really just looked at it from a fairly mature perspective, I didn't really think anything of it. But it's like, come on, dude, it's getting late, and be a bit more grateful, for want of a better word.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's just kids for you. So no issues here. What about you? Any last final thoughts?
Thanks for sharing stuff. Sounded like it was a bit of a mixed emotional bit.
You went into a
Frustration.
robot voice then.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. Can't do anything right tonight.
Don't worry, your friend will probably say you sound great. uh, you gonna
I,
mention? You
I,
gonna mention any more friends before we leave? Any final thoughts?
well, I a mixed bag. I feel quite happy that you managed to make me laugh tonight. And grateful, but also a bit concerned about what's going on.
Nothing. Nothing. Just
We might not be back next week, guys, because this.
final episode. Well, guys, it's been a blast.
I think I've leveled up enough. And more.
uh, okay.
So yeah, thanks for thanks for helping me laugh.
Nice. You're welcome. You're welcome.
So, diolch yn fawr for tuning in to our 11th episode. If you enjoyed, please subscribe, leave a review, and share any lovely messages or feedback in the comment section. We really appreciate it.
Hey, honestly, please do. I think that'll make our day. I'll share it with Glenn instantly, and I promise to.
We'll be back next week for more stories, laughs, and honest chats. Until then, take care, keep being brilliant.
Oh, star.
Or star.